Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Wednesday to you. My name is Jackie VanderSar-Boot, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in both Canada and the Netherlands. And some people have asked, how can you be a demonstrator in two countries? Well, the answer is quite simple. You need to live in two countries and buy the starter kit in two countries and fulfill all your minimum requirements in two countries. So, yeah, it's a lot, but I love it. So it's great. I'm building a team in the Netherlands and I have a wonderful team in Canada. And we still have 2 more weeks and 2 days to join my team in either country with the best deal ever. Of course, you can join all year long. And quite frankly, when people place orders, I have no idea why they don't just get the starter kit because you can save so much money, like almost double at this point. So ask me if you have questions. I'm not going to bore you with details. The people who will want to know will ask. So today I'm so excited because we are going to do some watercoloring. And Stampin' Up! Does have watercolor paper. It's called Fluid 100. It's quite thick. It's very good quality. But in order to stamp on it, you almost need a stamparatus. You need to press very hard to get a really good image. I am using something else. So let's take a look. Here we go. We are going to be using, I've got all kinds of stuff laying here. As always, I try to clean up ahead of time, but I'm always creating right till the last minute. I just can't help myself. So forgive me for that. I have arches everywhere. I am inspired for today's card by the fantastic Monique de Coq. She only lives 10 minutes away from me, so I get to see her once in a while and I get to see her beautiful work. I'm going to use these 3 everyday arches frames. There are 10 of these beautiful dies in the set. Okay, I think in Canada it's $62 for the bundle, which is honestly a really good deal. The sayings are really cool because they go in arches, so it's really different. If you like to make a different looking card, this is the one for you. So the second tip, take a look at this. So I have already stamped the flowers from Mixed Florals, and I should show you what that stamp set looks like if I can find it. I was looking everywhere for it. I put it in the wrong spot, and now, oh yeah, it's over here. So this is the stamp set. It is not available till February 24th. So write that down, February 24th, order Mixed Florals, because look at this. Not only does it have these beautiful flower images, it's got the 3 cute ladybugs, but it's got this bonus die. It doesn't go with the stamp set. It makes the most, I used it for a sympathy card. It's beautiful. It's absolutely exquisite. So, and it goes with a scrapbooking kit. It goes with beautiful paper. Honestly, it is one of my top favorites. So put that away. But did I show you the other side of this? Look. Do you know where this comes from? It comes from this. And this is like nesting dolls, isn't it? It comes in a box like this. And that tells you that it's a kit. And inside the kit came this here, which we'll look at in a minute. And it comes with 8 watercolor pencils. And it comes with a water painter. So that in itself is fantastic. It comes with directions. And now it's on sale. So that's even better. We all love saving money. You can put this in your starter kit. You can put it in an order. It doesn't matter. And then in this pack, this pad of beautiful artwork, there's 2 of each design on this heavy watercolor paper. But I'm going to be honest, like there's only so many of these that I want to do. I did this with my team and it was a lot of fun. I did some with my mom. But then I got to thinking, look at the other side. And this paper is so thick. There are 2 blank sheets at the end, but basically the back of all of these are blank. So I thought I'm going to try this. And guess what? It worked. So here's the first one. Take a look. I did this one. And this one was inspired by Monique. Okay, yeah, this is Monique's color scheme. And I used, let me think, Summer Splash, Poppy Parade, Peach Pie, and I think I might have used a little bit of pumpkin pie. So, but look at the other side. It's poinsettias, and you cannot see it through. You don't see the poinsettias on this side, and you don't see the watercolor on that side. so you know. Oh, volume up. Okay, let me see. You know what? I have my thing on. Is it not going? Let's see. You know what? My mic died. I'm going to run away and I'm going to grab my other mic so that you guys get the volume right. Okay, hold on. Admire my painting. I'm going to zoom in on it and then I will be back so that you guys can hear me better. Thank you for letting me know. Give me 30 seconds. All right, did I do that in 30 seconds? Did you guys hear the dog? He's freaking out. He thought, what is she doing? Is that better? Is the sound better now? Let's see. Madeline, tell me, is the sound better now? I hope so. I really appreciate it that you're telling me these things. The microphone really does make a difference. So this is good. So here we have this one. And now going to do a different color palette. So stay with me here. Let's move this out of the way. I am using Petal Pink, Flirty Flamingo, Soft Sea Foam. This one is so faded, and Granny Apple Green. So let's get started here. What I'm going to do is open up my ink pads. I'm going to press the block. So that's Flirty Flamingo. And then Petal Pink is going to be on here. I just want to show you, I might not color the whole thing. I just want to give you an idea of what and how to do it. So now I'm going to do the soft sea foam on this side. You can also use just refills. So if you want it to be a little bit darker, I'll show you the difference in a minute. I'm going to lay that right there and then I can show you. Okay, so we've got our aqua painter and there's a little thing on there that says push. Do you see that? Just a second. Push. So that's what you're going to squeeze. There. Okay, we've got some water going. So now I'm going to make my leaf wet. Okay. My laptop is not liking the work it's doing. I can hear it going. I think I need a new one. I've been saying that for a long time. It's just so much money to buy a new laptop. Hello, Anna. Hello, Ali. Is my volume good now? I need to know. Okay, so here is the sea foam and I'm just making it wet. And then we get a nice light color wash going here. And the trick is, what I've learned from looking at Monique's painting too, is that you don't fill it all in. Leave a little bit of white space for the ink to spread around. So then I'm just I'm not doing anything fancy. Okay, so that is just with the ink pad pressed against the block. Okay, now here we go. And there's a little bit of a re-inker. So that's going to give us a darker color. So let's spread it out a little, make it a bit wetter. And here we go. And I'm also kind of painting not in front of me. I'm kind of painting off to the side, which is a little bit awkward. But you can see how nice it is. And here. And then we're going to do some flowers. I also mixed my greens a little bit. So I'm going to take Granny Apple Green and put it off to the side of the block. Here. So now we've got some Granny Apple Green. And I'm just going to look at that. And then we've got 2 shades of green. Here. And it's just so much fun to do. Okay, and now I'm going to go very carefully down this stem. Light hand. There we go. All right, then I should have a scrap piece of paper. I do. So then you're just going to squeeze again and clear out till that water is clear. Okay, and that looks good. So now with the flower, first make it wet. because then the ink spreads better. So I've made my tulip wet. Then I'm taking the petal pink and I'm starting at the bottom and going up. And it still isn't quite wet enough, I don't think. Oh, and you know what else? I also cheated a little bit, and I can see that it's happening now. For my, here, I'm going to show you my finished card. I used Memento ink, and I can see that it's bleeding a little bit. Really, you should use StazOn. Here's my finished one. And you can see that the StazOn stays nice and dark. Memento is a water-based ink, so I obviously didn't let it dry long enough, but I'm going to finish this because I want to show you. I'm going to add a little bit of the coral, just add a little color at the bottom. And mix them here. I'm going to try to stay off the black so I don't make a mess. So yeah, it does go to show that you should use StazOn when you're doing this. Okay? But the colors are beautiful. And what's nice is that you don't have to stick to just one color. You can mix your colors. And it just looks so nice. I also used, I'm going to grab this for a minute, this trick. Oh, the volume's okay now? Good, Judy, thank you. I used the color wheel because I wasn't sure which pinks to use. So the monochromatic shows here the petal pink and the flirty flamingo. I could have added a calypso coral, or on this side, I could have done flirty flamingo, pretty in pink, and melon mambo. But this thing has been really nice. And then for the greens, it did show me the soft sea foam in here with the granny apple green. So the color wheel is really helpful for giving you color combinations that you might not otherwise use. For the little flowers, I just did, you can do just a little dab of a color right in the middle and then leave the rest white. And that looks really pretty. Okay, so I guess my tip for this is do use the StazOn. It's better. I think that if you use the Memento and you wait a whole day, then it'll be okay. But you can see, like here, I'm going to hold it up. You can see that the black is bleeding a little bit, and that's making it all not as pretty. So yes, StazOn is the ink that you need. Okay, so now we're going to make our card. We're going to do two actually. I've got a Poppy Parade card base. And then I've taken, and that's just 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. I'm going to zoom out for a minute. I love hearing where you guys are from. And even though I might know where you're from, other people who are watching would also love to know where you're from. So let me see. Oh yeah, my mic is still on. Okay, good. Just checking. All right. I've taken a piece of 4.25 by, 4 inches by 5.25, or 10 centimeters by 14.35, and I've run it through the Starburst embossing folder. I'm going to put that on with some Tombow liquid adhesive. There we go. And then we're going to use our arches and put them on here. And I'll show you, I've got two of them here. I've got one in Poppy Parade, and then I've got one in Summer Splash. And to do this, let me see if I can find them. I had them laying here. Let's see. Everyday Arches. Maybe I put them away. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I put them all away. Okay, so we're using the third biggest one and then everything down from there. So I'll just show it to you. So on a piece of, I'll just turn this around. So this is the red one, Poppy Parade one. You lay two down at the same time like this, and you run it through your embossing folder, and then you get that little frame, okay? And then to get the next one with Summer Splash, I took the next little one, and then you kind of lay them on here. You can put them down. You could adhere them with a piece of washi tape so they stay in place, or you can just carefully do it. So that's how you get the little guys, okay? We'll move them out of the way. Now, we need one of these guys. We're going to make a little puddle. Oops, that's kind of a big puddle. Now I do need, you know, I always forget. I don't have a sponge, so I'm going to do this with my finger. Tap, 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 a little bit flatter, and just pat, pat, pat all the way around. You can use a pastry brush to do this. You can use a sponge dauber, but in a pinch, your finger does just fine. So what I'm going to do now is take that ink, that gooey finger, and just rub it till it's dry, and then my hands are good to go. You just have to really do that well. Okay, move this out of the way. And put that about like so. Press down, like so. And then we're going to do the Poppy Parade one. So lay it here. You know what? I don't like that at all, but it's okay. Tap, tap, tap. There. I'm not talking, I'm concentrating. There. Thank you to everybody who commented on my blender pen refill video. I hope that you guys have all subscribed to my YouTube channel, and make sure on my Pampered Stamper page that you hit that like button, because that's really important. There's a lot of people, it's shocking to me how many people follow me on my page but haven't officially liked it. So I'm just laying that on here to go around. There. So that's that. And now, here it is. We're going to take this piece and I'm going to pop it up. Look how nice that's looking. Colors are gorgeous. Now, I have to say Monique picked a beautiful combination of those two colors. I wouldn't have colored the leaves with Summer Splash. So thanks to Monique. That's what these artisan people are so good at. They are good at thinking outside the box. We're going to need some dimensionals. But I was good at thinking of using the Nature's Paintings kit that's on sale for your watercoloring needs. Because I have to say, I don't watercolor as often as I would like to, because the watercolor paper is kind of expensive. So this kit is really a fantastic deal, because you get the pad, you get the water painter, you get the water pencils. Oh, we're going to do something yet that I want to show you yet with the water pencils. So here we go. And I used this little one, and it's going to get popped up as well. And I'll tell you where that's from. I had used a bigger one, and I'll show that to you. Take a look. And then I cut it out. It was this big. And I thought, oh, that's too big. Watch this. It covers up too much of the flowers. I didn't like that. So I thought, well, the my is almost cut off, but this is going to be my sympathy card. One of my team members lost her husband. Well, she didn't lose him. That's such a euphemism. Her husband died. She didn't lose him. But we often say that, don't we? So here we go. You're in my heart and prayers. So I'll show you where that's from. That is from the Spotlight on Nature dies. If you don't have these yet, I use them all the time. They're so wonderful. It's a fantastic set of dies. They don't get used every day, but they certainly get used a lot. Then this is the saying that I used. You're in my hearts and prayers, and this is so sincere. Also, a really, really wonderful set. Okay, what was I going to show you? I was going to show you here. So in this set, we have a pencil that is Flirty Flamingo. And I did it on here. Do I have the other one? Yes. So you can add color. I'm going to do it on this one. And you can just do this. Maybe I'll get rid of some of that black. And then, so you can use ink and you can use pencils all at the same time. But just remember to use your stays on, not memento. You can see that the memento, even after, I'd say I'd stamp this about an hour before my video. Thanks, Anna. So now I wanted to show you, I've shown you the everyday arches where you make them skinny little bits, but if you use them as full arches, we're going to make a different card. Here we go. So I've got a white card base. Then I've done a flirty flamingo circle. We'll put that on next. I'm not going to use my fingers to glue. I can imagine that some of you guys are absolutely horrified. I know, part of me is horrified too, but it works. And you didn't have to wait for me to find the right tools. I'm going to put this in between. Now, in North America, you are going to have a wider card and a shorter card, and this will be more centered, okay, than mine is. So now I have a petal pink, and I'm going to put that down like so. And I used the big hugs, which came from Perennial Postage. Look at that. That's the big hugs. And what's nice about this one is I often forget it has all the postage dies. And the postage dies, yeah, Perennial Postage dies. I forget to use them. I should actually have them in a case all on their own. So those are great dies. So I just white embossed the big hugs on there. And so don't forget to share my video as well. You can share on Facebook and you can share on YouTube. Makes such a difference, you know, because if people share, then Facebook says, oh, these people like Jackie. They like the Pampered Stamper. And then they show my page to other people. And that's a great way to support small business because then more people will see me and more people might buy from me or join my team. So when you do that, even if you can't buy from me, or even if you can't afford to or join my team, that's something that you can do. So look how beautiful that is. I love it. And then we could up the ante by using Wink of Stella yet and add a really nice glitter. And don't forget to shake that Wink of Stella before you apply it, because otherwise you get a cloudy liquid and all that shimmer stays at the bottom of your pen. And guess who was doing it wrong for a long time? Yeah, it was me. I always thought, every time I would see a card from another demonstrator and there would be such a beautiful shimmer, I'm like, what did you use? Did you use something? Did you use contraband? What is this? And they'd say, no, it's Wink of Stella. And I'm thinking, my Wink of Stella doesn't look like that. So here we go. And this is why I love Stampin' Up. Look at the beautiful color coordination between the cardstock and the ink. It just makes my heart sing. So there's the cards. And you could do this in lots more color combinations. It would look great in purples too, wouldn't it? Okay. One more thing before I let you go. So I have a few more little arches here. So you can layer them. You can stamp on them. You can also, we've got some beautiful cloud paper that goes with the arches. I've also seen cards upside down. I will share my screen in a minute and I'm going to show you some beautiful cards. But before we do that, and a sneak peek for next week. Next Monday for Cheer Corner, I'm going to use Corner in Bloom. And we're going to stamp on crumb cake and color on crumb cake with pencils. So I'm excited about that. Now, let's get the arches out for a minute. Let's see. So there's a half saying here, which is really neat. What does it say though? It says, reach for the stars. So that's great if you're encouraging someone in a new job. And let's do this one for a minute. Sorry. And these things are really floppy, see? So what you need to do is lay them down like so. Kind of let them fall. Oh no, that didn't work either. Put them down gently. Okay, that's good. Now pick them up with your block. And I haven't used this stamp yet. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take a white eraser and I'm just going to do this because our photopolymer stamps have a little bit of a coating on them when they're manufactured. So it's a great idea to do that so that you can oh, I don't want pretty in pink. I want pretty flamingo so that they stamp better. Let's see. Of course, now I'm being put on the spot because now we're going to see if that worked or not. So I have your ray of sunshine. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yes, it's beautiful. So I could do this in here with something. Isn't that nice? Or you can do whatever you want. I could stamp a flower in there, but it's just really cool. You can also stamp. Oh, I've got another piece of white here. This will work out just fine. You can also do this. Watch. Stamp on white, and then oh, that's not going to work. That's too big. See, it's too wide in there. So the next one down would be this one, and that would go in there perfectly. And then you could stamp something, you could put a die cut, but it's really cool. Yeah, Caroline, thank you. So I'm going to share my screen for a minute. I'm going to show some work from other people. So let's take a look. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go to this last one. And now I'm going to go, I don't know if I can do this. Oh, it will end the broadcast. Guess what? I can't do that. Sorry. All right, I'm going to tell you what to do. How's that? I'm good at that. Go to the Pampered Stamper favorite finds, and then scroll. You have to ask to be a member there, but it's not a big deal. And on that page, I share, let me just put this here. I share projects from all other demonstrators from around the world, and I've shared some beautiful cards made with the everyday arches, also with those arches turned upside down. I had wanted to make more cards with this set for today, but there's just so much time in a day, and that's why I started the Pampered Stamper Favorite Finds, because it's just a way to showcase other people's work while giving them credit and inspiring you. So don't forget about this great color wheel. I have to say I'm using it more and more because it gets you out of the habit of using color combinations that you always use. All right, so this is available. I hope that you guys have a super day. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching me today. Thanks, Judy. So you use Versamark when you use a new stamp. That works too. Okay, that's great. All right, thanks for commenting and thanks for sharing. You mean a lot to me. I really appreciate you. Have a super day. Happy stamping. Bye.